everybody. Welcome to Warrior Shrine. I'm Django. I'm joined by Temp, and we have a guest. It's Redman. Hey, dude.
Hey man, how's it going?
It's pretty good. I'm done with that voice. That voice is gone. We're going to talk about CEO and Tanya and patches and all just kinds of crazy awesomeness. What's up first, Tim?
I think we all agree on CEO, right? That's the big topic right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do we like CEO? Do we not like CEO? Did CEO go well? What do we think?
I thought it went okay. I mean, it wasn't bad until the top 8, like when all the Tanyas came in.
Yeah, that's exactly how I felt about it. Like, it was off to a great start. I loved fucking pools, but after that, it was not really that fun to watch.
No, it wasn't. And it wasn't just the fact that it was Tanya. It was the Tanya mirrors that really bothered me. And
It was Tanya Mirrors, and it was like Yomi versus Sonic Fox, and yeah, that coupled with the huge lack of character variety is just not that interesting to watch.
And you know what made pools so great is this is some of the best commentary we've ever had with Ultra David, Godspeed, Pig of the Hut, Tom Brady. And God, we had like the gauntlet of good commentators.
And we had Max. Max did pretty good.
We did, and we also had a lot of hype upsets because of the very, very recent patch. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that Liu Kang, holy shit, dude. Holy shit.
That chip, man.
I don't know. I want to talk about the good stuff first. I really liked seeing Bone Shaper and Liu Kang do so well at this tournament. It's a tier list changer. Liu Kang is definitely top 15. I always hate saying anyone's top 10. I hate putting anyone in that category this quickly, but he's a name in the hat basically right now.
He's a contender now.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, who were we rooting for? Who did we want to win CEO? Because when I watch tournaments, I have a list of people I'm going for, and nothing against Sonic Fox, but I'm always cheering against. I want the underdog to win.
What? You don't want Sonic Fox to win again?
Yeah.
It's weird, dude. It's weird. Everybody loves it when Sonic Fox wins these days. They love it. He totally does not get booed while he's on stage. That doesn't happen.
If it were up to me, Tom Brady would win every tournament in winner's bracket.
I would love that.
I mean, that was the best match of the tournament, in my opinion.
That was. You sent me that match, and I was like, this was hype. What was the top 8? That was bullshit.
Although the Terry Brothers match was really good because but it wasn't good because of Tanya. It was good because we had Reptile and Sub in there. That was really fun to watch, and I, honest to God, did not know who was going to win. That was really
Yeah, but that's the thing I felt about that. If that was more of them playing each other than the characters, I felt. I mean, you got to see some stuff, but still, like, I don't know. I felt like that was just, yeah, them playing each other.
Yeah, that is the bane of watching the Terry Brothers play. You feel like you're watching casuals. You know, it doesn't feel quite as, that intensity is not the same as it would be if it were like Sonic Fox and like DR. That would have been insane.
Yeah.
And how about that Hellspark? That last fucking Hellspark DR threw out that clearly hit and then nothing fucking happened. Can we talk about that?
That
I
was
don't know
bullshit.
if I saw
was
that.
insane bullshit. That was fucking like brown bag on fire bullshit. And I don't even know what. I don't get like that. That's like input glitch territory. That's like fucking like, I don't even know what that is. And
So, since I didn't see it, tell me what happened.
Redman, it was DR versus Sonic Fox, right?
Yeah.
And basically,
And I think-
yeah.
I think like Tanya like jumped and teleported at the same time or something, and like the Hellspark whiffed. Like it was like the startup of like the first Hellspark and it just whiffed and he got full combo punished for it.
I guess the weird thing to me is it didn't look like a whiff. It looked like the Hellspark hit something, like it detonated.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what? I'd be lying if I said I understood all the invincibility properties that Tanya has on her teleport. But
I
I
don't
didn't
think
think
I
that
don't
could
think
happen.
Paolo understands all of that.
Yeah, I thought they actually patched the invincibility on the teleport like in the most recent patch.
Yeah, I know they
The
were. Yeah.
There was like I think there was like reports of like her armor still showing up on wake up, and like she shouldn't have like had it on EX teleport because they just patched it out. So
I don't want to jump ahead here, but there's a topic of what to do about Tanya, and these are the kind of things that concern me. But before we even jump into all that, how's I guess never mind how does it work? How's it supposed to work? Even reading the patch notes, I'm still not 100% what we're supposed to be looking at with Tanya. I mean, it. I guess the best way to say it is, I thought it wasn't safe anymore, and it still looks really safe. Not safe, but I thought it wasn't free anymore. Was it? Did I at least get that much right?
yeah, I think so.
All right. Well, let me look at the exact patch notes.
Yeah,
Removed armor from quick teleport.
I'm
That's
not
all it says.
super familiar with what they did to her. I know they did something to her, but I don't know what it was.
So you're right. It sounds like Paula doesn't even know. Then it sounds like if you look at the coding for Tanya's teleport, it's going to be a question mark and a smiley face. That's so I don't know. I don't. So I mean, maybe the way it should work is, if we find the inconsistencies, just make a mental note and then have the people who know what they're doing, like I don't know, the Terry brothers, the Pig of the Huts, let them grind it out. Let the Rios find out, or Tom Brady even. Tom Brady's great when it comes to just the technical side of all the Mortal Kombat games. Let them see if it's consistent or not. Because I mean, we had
Definitely.
all sorts of random advantage in MK9, and there's people are still kind of debating about that. Of like, oh no, it wasn't truly random advantage, and then like someone like Conquer will post, oh yes, it fucking was. That was definitely random advantage. Whether it be about Jax or whether it be about Kate. Oh, I don't know if Kate Chinese specific is a random advantage, but I imagine you'd have to. I don't know. Like those are the people I turn to. Those are the ones I want to ask. What the fuck is going on with this teleport? What am I supposed to do here? And but there's happy things to talk about. Let's talk about you know.
It's not
D-
all free characters.
I want to talk about Shinnok. Where is Shinnok right now? Because he looks really good. I don't think he's top 10. I don't think that Yomi list is correct. And my
Yeah, I
reason
agree.
being is there's at least five characters better. Like I would say like 13th. Does that sound right, Red
Yeah,
90?
I definitely wouldn't put him in top 10.
I think his neutral game's too weak. I don't think he has a strong enough, a safe enough of a neutral game. And they said Sonya is better than, or is worse than Shinnok. I don't fucking believe that.
That
Sonya's a
seems a
dive
little.
kick.
Yeah. It's worse than it used to
Yeah,
be.
I mean, even if it is, though, that's still a mid range mix up that I always have to worry about. That means whenever she jumps, I am guessing. Shinnok has nothing like that. Sonya also has pretty good, from what I understand, pretty good ways of getting out of pressure. Shinnok has what, down one? DR made that down one look so stupid broken, but we all know it's not. We all know that down one is just a fucking down one. It works like any other down one. It's good. I'm not going to say it's not good, but I don't know. And Sonya's damage is good. Sonya, here's the thing: Sonya without meter is better than Shinnok without meter. Without meter, Shinnok is a completely different character. It's a totally different ball game, and I don't see it in top 10. But DR made him look really good. Cowboy,
yeah.
not as much, but still a very, very good player. I'm not. He tried to use Necromancer, and I applaud him for that. But
He didn't maximize combos. It looked like he had picked it up like yesterday. It
yeah, and he
like
was
I could tell that he wasn't doing like optimal stuff.
and he was playing. I think was it Honeybee, right? Was the one who eliminated him.
I think so.
Some of the stuff he was doing was cool, like the whole like after the imposter steal, he would just blow that shitty move and then go for the mix up. Like
Oh,
I
he would whip the charge thing.
yeah, I don't even know what it's called. I just call it
Yeah.
stabby, but he does that, and I tried that online with Praetor, and I thought I would get blown up if I did that because it didn't seem to work. Maybe that was the online lag. But I don't know. Let's go through the top 8. I'm gonna just throw in my name of who really impressed me in the top 8 for CEO. Let's see what we got. Trying to weed out all the Tanyas. I'm looking at the list. Gross. Gross really impressed me. I thought Gross was hella solid. I don't like that character,
Who did he play?
but he played Cassie Cage,
Oh,
and I just
that's admirable.
the pace he played her at was just really, I don't know, just a lot of smart stuff, a lot of smart wake up stuff. I just feel like he plays at an unbelievable pace, considering that he's in the Florida scene, so he's not really going up against the heavy hitters, other than maybe Big D. That's all I really know for Florida is Gross and Big D. That's all I'm really familiar with. So that's impressive. I mean, that performance was unbelievable considering his current competition. I don't know,
Definitely.
thoughts? Any
I don't remember anything but a
Tanya?
sea of Tanya's in the top 8. That's all I remember.
Well, let's talk about that. Let's say we're non-Mortal Kombat fans. Is Tanya on Tanya hype? Like in a match?
No,
No,
nah,
it's
that,
not. I
No,
agree.
it's not.
it's
It's really
like
not.
Marvel.
It's like
it's
bad Marvel.
Yeah.
It's like Marvel if no one hit anybody. If there were no conversions in Marvel, that's what Tanya on Tanya looks like.
That's what it was. It was air footsies all day.
Actually, I love Ultra David, but I'm calling bullshit on that term. That was not air footsies. That was air inputs. That was lots of air inputs. There was no
Okay.
footsies going on. That was pinball, but Mortal Kombat X, you know. So,
I don't care for Ultra David that much. I'm gonna just put that out there.
oh my god, dude,
You know what? Hey,
he's like the Mother Teresa of fighting games, man. How do you not like Ultra David?
I just don't know. I thought the commentary for that last day, the top 8, whatever it was, I didn't like it as much. I was kind of
Okay,
bored.
so
I was
yeah.
I thought it was kind of dull what I was seeing, and the commentary. I was like, this just isn't that interesting.
dude,
Yeah.
yeah, go on.
I don't really like the Godspeed commentator, and like combined with Ultra Wave, it wasn't bad, but I would have rather had like Pig or Tom or someone on like that. I just find them way more entertaining when they know, like,
Absolutely.
when they're
yeah,
an
yeah.
actual player of the game.
Like Pig, Tom, those guys are great. That one other dude who commentated, that's really helpful, isn't it?
There's an extra dimension to the commentary when the players are actually like they know the NetherRealm community on a personal level. Like when Pig can actually list anecdotes about Trey Pound and shit like that, and Tom
Yeah,
Brady.
yeah, yeah.
There's definitely an extra dimension there. But Ultra David, like his
Like
analytic,
No,
Yeah.
go ahead, go ahead. I'll rant in a minute.
just the analysis, and it's dry, but I don't think of it as dry commentary. I think of it as if Dr. Drew watched fighting games. That's how I think of Ultra David's commentary, and I love that. I can't get enough of that. But I mean, granted,
I
I've
wouldn't
been
want to watch
watching-
that. That sounds
That-
not fun.
sounds like the greatest thing of all time. Watch the shit out of that. But
All right, well, different strokes.
I've been listening to Ultra David for a long time on Ultra Chen and back when Wednesday Night Fights first premiered around 2011. So, like, I just love his style.
There's a topic.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, my God. And I
How
don't know.
about someone else? Fucking Eris. All these dudes are really good commentators. I would have liked to have even one of them on that final day would have made it a little bit better for me. The hypest thing about fucking top 8 was stupid Sonic Fox's costumes and his entourage.
I think Eris is a very, very good commentator. But in terms of substance versus Flash, I don't think he understands the game as well as Ultra David or Pig.
No, he probably doesn't. I would probably agree with that.
But he's hella fun, and he knows when something's effective. He knows when to call it out. That's Eris' strong point.
Oh, yeah.
He also has a rhythm that I think a lot of other commentators don't have. He doesn't know a lot about Street Fighter 4, but God, can he commentate the shit out of it?
Well, yeah. Like, but that's the thing. Like, I feel like neither of those dudes. This is a weird topic that we're getting into now. I mean, the commentary. CEO is pretty good, but like, you know, just even one of those dudes with an Ultra David or something in the top would have made it a lot better for me.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess I get that. Like, when you say you didn't like
'cause-
Ultra David, I thought you meant like as a human being, not as a
No,
comic.
no, no.
Well, now that that's clarified. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, you're right. The Pig of the Hut, Tom Brady, these guys know the community and they know the rivalries, they know the drama. They also know the history of the game. Like they know what was powerful in the past, and they know who everyone used in the past, and they know
Yeah.
where everyone's coming from. So yeah, there's a definite advantage there. But yeah, I guess, I, but yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So that's the thing. Sonic Fox. Who did we think was going to win going in? Who did we think was going to take this tournament? Sonic Fox obviously comes to mind.
Well, it was either going to be like, and everyone was kind of calling it. It was either going to be Sonic Fox or a Yomi.
I was expecting DJT. He's been so consistent lately. Like he's been even taking out Sonic Fox like the past 3 tournaments. So
That's right. He beat Sonic Fox at that local Yomi tournament, I think.
yeah, and he beat him at the X Battle Invitational thing. I think
See, I didn't see that. I completely missed out on X Battle.
there's some good matches.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say I'll check it out because I'm already so backed up on tournament stuff already. And God, I haven't played Mortal Kombat X in like 3 weeks. I barely touched the game because I've been so busy. But that'll change hopefully soon. I'll tell you who I was surprised wasn't in the top eight. Big D, or whatever name he goes by now, because he's been tearing it up in ESL.
Yeah, that was the thing. There's the. It's interesting to talk about who wasn't like hardly even there. Like apparently, what was it like? CD Junior was it like just DQ'd
I
himself from the tournament?
yeah, he
No,
like
that was Forever
I
King,
heard.
right?
Well, CD Junior actually got like salty and DQ'd himself. I think.
What?
Yeah,
Holy shit! I didn't know
Yeah,
about that.
it was like
he,
in.
like
You tell it, man. You know it.
I actually don't.
Oh, okay. Maybe we can both try to piece it together from what we remember. I think it was like day one pools or something, but he got. Oh, fuck, I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
He got beat by someone, and he wasn't happy about it, and he just was done with MKX there.
but on
Damn.
the Forever King thing, he got DQ'd because he didn't know when his pool started or something, and he showed up like an hour late.
Yeah, I
Right?
heard there was some drinking involved. I heard there was some partying the night before, and he just didn't make it to pools. That's what I heard in commentary. I don't know how true that
Yeah,
is.
and some guy stole his shoes apparently or something like that.
Ah, shit.
Like, so that sucks.
Dude, I
I
would
mean,
love
it's
to. I think that's hilarious. It's kind of awesome. I'd love to end a conversation with, and then they stole my shoes. I think that would be a great novelty
yeah.
that I could take with me. That's an achievement right there. But I don't know, dude. Maybe it's for the better because when Forever King Jr. was tearing shit up, dude, I know that he was gathering a spirit bomb and fucking Forever King was in his hotel room with his both hands raised and just, oh god, dude, it was so fucking tight seeing Forever King just. I mean, I knew Liu Kang was gonna be so much better, but my god, that
Oh
character is
yeah.
so good.
I can't believe how fast he like picked him up. I don't know if he used him before the patch, but he like was doing so well, like so quickly. Like I don't know how people adjust so quickly to patches like that.
Yeah, and I think what happens is his brother plays most of the cast, and he plays with his brother by extension. So he just kind of put Liu Kang on like a glove when the time came. Once he saw him, I mean, the buffs Liu Kang got are not terribly complicated. So if you make that one adjustment, you have like a brand new character right there. Now people are figuring it out. It's not as good as it looks. You can jump out of the setup from what I understand, but if you read that jump and you get the neutral jump, holy shit. Like that's more free damage with Flame Fist. That's a big deal, you know? So
It's also getting mileage out of it because it's so new. Like,
Yeah.
exactly.
I know this thing that the other people haven't figured out yet because it's been around for like what, a couple days. So yeah, just surprise them with it.
But I think we're going to get a long. We're going to get a lot of mileage out of Liu Kang, I think, because he plays the game at such a fast pace. I think even when people figure out what to do, it's going to take him a while to actually implement that in tournament. I think this character just really good rushdown, really fast rushdown, and God, he can whip. There's really not a lot wrong with the character beforehand. He just when he got in there, he wasn't scary, you know. Once you learned the high lows, so
Was that seeing
that
him
was
like cancel into his like flammy fists like mid combo? Is
yeah.
that a
He would
thing?
do the pummel, the Final Fantasy 6 Sabin thing, and then yeah, he cancels into Flame Fist.
That's good.
And it's the same ship and same meter building, so
Yeah. Also, I thought it was weird, but then one of the commentators talked about how he's doing ESL stuff. You don't see PL coming out anymore.
yeah. Well, I think he's trying to pull what he pulled in 2012, where he's just like, everyone says I suck. Evo was a fraud, and he just kind of sat in his home for 8 months in the hyperbolic time chamber. And when he came out, he just fucking bodied everyone at Evo. I think he's trying to do that again.
I don't expect that to happen.
Did you guys see that chat log of where like Spooky was talking shit about PL and then PL subscribed just to talk to him? He like subscribed just to talk shit back.
I have
No, I
not
did
seen
not
this.
see that. You got
It
to
was
tell me.
hilarious. But
What did it
Spooky was
say?
he was like PL just sits at his home and then goes to Evo and then wins that and then like never goes to another tournament and then it said like Perfect Legend has now subscribed. It was
That's a
hilarious.
compliment. I don't even know why you got mad about that. That's beautiful. I'd be
It's in
flattered.
I think it's in the CEO update thread. Some guy posted it there.
I will check that
On
out. That sounds like gold.
yeah, it's
Well,
pretty great.
hasn't he been getting like blown up though? Whenever he does come out,
See, it's been so long since I've seen him play. I don't even know, man. Like,
I think the last time I don't know. Last time I remember seeing him was that first tournament, the
Fatal
Fatal 8 or
8.
whatever. Yeah.
The last time I saw him was the expedition, like the 4v4 with Justin Wong and Nevik and Foxy, and he played pretty well there.
But Sonic Fox wasn't involved.
No, it was the 4v4 like uh European versus US.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm talking about. Yeah.
I'm rooting for him. Like, I like Perfect Legend, especially now because I didn't like Kung Lao in MK9. I do like Kung Lao in this game. I think he's a lot of fun.
I don't know. He wasn't that. I mean, fuck. He was still way the fuck better than most people out there. But he wasn't that good at Injustice either. I don't think, was he?
He was okay. It's kind of a shame because he was one of the few people who still kept using post patch Scorpion. And I used Batman a lot as well, and he kept consistently getting top 16. He got a lot of top 8s as well. I think I remember him seeing. I think he got beat by Forever King in a grand finals one near the end of Injustice. So he was good, but I don't know.
He kind of
I just
dropped.
yeah, exactly. He kind of just vanished eventually. He did
I
the low
mean,
teleport and never came back up.
these two games are so much different than MK9 was, but they're they're they have a lot of similarities with each other. Maybe he's just not quite as awesome with this kind of thing.
I think he got a lot of mileage out of the teleport shenanigans in MK9, and that's not an insult. I mean, he used them well. He used them in the right spots. He shut down everyone else's footsies. If you can do that with Kung Lao, you're above the rest, in my opinion. What I think held him back in Injustice was, I think I would probably say his character pick. Batman is solid, but I don't think there's anything inherently broken about Batman. And he was playing against some dumb shit in that game. So I
Yeah.
think if he had gone with a different character, I think he may have done better, but it's hard to say. I think honestly Batman's a really good fit for PL, so maybe he shouldn't have switched. I think he I don't know. It's hard to say because I'm going off very old memories. And I have had a lot to drink since those memories, so everything's kind of a blur right now and with PL and Injustice. I mean, honestly, when MKX came out, I kind of had this mentality of I don't give a fuck about Injustice anymore. That game kind of was a placeholder from day one for me.
Yeah.
See, I loved Injustice. I still love that game.
I like Injustice. I really like
Dude, it's
Injustice.
okay if you hate Injustice. It's fine.
No, 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 no.
It's
No,
okay, man. We can still be friends and everything. It's fine.
no, I love Injustice, Blue Beetle, not Among Us. That's all good. No, it's fine. But here's the thing, though. Like, once I played I think my third Injustice tournament in San Antonio, and I just realized if I'm going to play this game competitively, I'm going to be fighting Superman, Black Adam, and Aquaman 50% or more of the time. And I just decided I didn't want to do it. I'm like,
Well, until Zatanna and Batgirl came out.
Well, yeah, but that was so long after the fact
That
that
was
I
a
was
long
done.
time later.
Yeah.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, man, like I just said, fuck it, wins MKX. Well, I didn't say that because I called it MK10 or MK Extra. I didn't know what the hell it's gonna be called, but I'm like, this is not worth my time. And it's weird because when Injustice came out, there was a really big reboot in the Mortal Kombat fighting scene. Like everyone sort of went back to MK in a big way, at least locally for us. So
I liked Injustice. I just thought they could have picked some better DLC characters. I really wanted Doctor Fate, and
Yeah.
when there's not like a single character you're like really attached to in the game, it's hard to like keep going with it.
somewhere Cyborg just shed one tear and he doesn't know why.
Yeah.
I just wanted a Robin skin. Like, is that that seemed like a no-brainer for me? But whatever.
I thought that was gonna be one of the compatibility skins for sure, but they never
Yeah.
did.
Like it's not
God,
even like you did the stuff with, and I'm glad they did the stuff with like Green Lantern and whatnot. Like this
Yeah.
is easy. This is an easy one.
Instead, they just kept giving Superman more skins and Batman.
Superman and Batman got more than a couple.
Exact same thing with MKX and Scorpion, and yeah.
Yeah. I want some skins for the new characters
Oh, me too.
like Kodal and the Ninja Turtle kids, whatever. Like all these guys, they need some fucking skins. Fucking Aaron Black, give me
His
skins.
alt is one of the worst in the game. I've said
yeah,
it so
I'm
many
not feeling
times.
it. The whole Magic
So
Mike alt. Yeah,
yeah,
it's not. But honestly, I'm going to tell you guys the truth. I'm actually not hyped for more skins for like Takeda or Jackie
You
or
shut the
yeah.
hell up.
Cassie.
You shut the hell up. Takeda needs like 8 skins right now.
I mean, what the fuck would they do with Kodal, dude? Like, no matter because of his variations, he has to be a painted muscle dude. What are you going to give him like a tuxedo? Like, what can you do with
Give
that?
him a fucking Tron outfit.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I mean, we gave one to Raiden, so
Yeah, you gave one
why
to
not?
Raiden. Why the fuck not? In anything, it'd be better than his fucking alt. Jesus, he looks like a fucking broken thumb.
I
That's the weirdest fucking shit.
Oh my god, that's good
It's just
shit.
it's just ugly. Like the green skin. Like if it was green, like that might be a little better, but it's just awful.
Yeah,
I
like
don't.
it doesn't have to be like in theme for me. I'm fine with like fun what if shit. And versus mode, they're very honest about versus mode is just a big fat what if for fun, and that's awesome. So give him fucking I don't care. Give him a Batman costume, just something.
Give him a Robin costume, the one you always wanted.
Give him my Robin. Don't give him. If you're gonna give out a Robin costume, you fucking give it to Takeda.
That actually kind of works, to be honest with you.
I
That's
know. Isn't it crazy?
a little bit. No, it's a little bit crazy.
I want he has to have a cape though.
Well, I have a question for you guys. There's a debate about whether we should ban Tanya for Evo, and I'll put my cards to the table immediately. I think we should do a temporary ban, not because she's broken. I honestly believe in my heart of hearts this character's probably not broken. We don't know for sure, but I don't see any. I mean, she's dumb, but I don't see anything that we can't find an answer for. That said, I think we should ban her because there's not enough time. Honestly, there just isn't enough time to prepare for this character. At the very least, she should not have been playable as CEO. At the very least. But I think we need more time to adjust, you know? I don't think that's unfair for a DLC character, you know?
I don't have fair answers. I would say I don't think she's I don't think she's broken. That's definitely not the case. Like I don't get the same vibe from her that I did like day one Scorpion and Injustice. Like I don't think that's going on here. But ban her just because she's ugly to watch. I don't want to see this again at Evo. Like
We don't
this is
want a
this
repeat
is
of Justice 2013.
it's not a good
Yeah.
look.
It's
Um,
not. Well, what's up? Go on.
I was gonna say like I'm kind of mixed on it. Like I think they need to ban her for Evo just because it would look horrible for the scene, and everyone would like even today. There's people who still say like Superman is broken in Injustice, even though he's not even that good anymore. He's like top like 15 maybe, but like just because of the first Evo performance, like that just changed. That just put such a shitty stain on like the whole scene of Injustice, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to like a repeat of that, you know.
Exactly. I don't want to lose viewers when people are genuinely hyped for the game right now. Viewers we've never had before. You
And
know?
it has there's a like I think there's over like 1,000 entrants, and that's huge for a Mortal Kombat game. I think
Yeah.
MK9 only had like 600, and MKX is over 1,000. That's just incredible.
Yeah, I think we're 1,200. Let me get the Event Hubs article out just so I can make sure. But yeah, the only people below us that are even close are Guilty Gear, and they're at 900 something. So we beat Guilty Gear substantially.
Woo!
Hold that, Japan.
Oh,
Even
I don't know if they care.
I was surprised to see
Dude,
Tekken
they're
7.
sharpening their katanas right now. What's up, Redman?
I was surprised to see Tekken 7 only had like 400 entrants. And like, isn't that a brand new game?
Well, I'm not surprised to be honest with you because it's a brand new arcade game. So you have to go to Japan if you want to prepare for Evo. And on top of that,
Really?
if you're in America, you have to go to like a major. Like you literally have to go to like a convention just to touch the game. That's assuming it doesn't get stolen out of Markman's van, so
So it's not here in the States like out.
if it is, it's on a level that's so minute it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, that
Like
would
if
be
it's
like
in
having
Kentucky
a
somewhere and some dude's like gonna win Evo like this month, then good for him. But on a community level, it's so unavailable. It's not even a relevant factor.
yeah, it would like being it would like it would be like having a Street Fighter 5 demo tournament. Like it's around here and there, but no one's playing it. And I mean they did that, I guess, at E3, but that's different.
Well, it's even worse because at least Street Fighter's getting a beta like around E3 or I
That's
think like
true.
right
That's
after.
true.
And you can play it at Six Flags like from right fucking now, from what I understand. I can go to Fiesta, Texas. I could break into Fiesta, Texas right now and play Street Fighter 5. I would take that Evo medal,
Well, why
but
aren't you doing it?
because it's not real. I mean, it's in Fiesta, Texas. There's no Evo tournament for Street Fighter 5, so that and time off is hard for my job. Unfortunately, it is stupid hard to get weekends off. But yeah, I pre-ordered Street Fighter 5. I'm gonna get the beta. I'm actually really excited for that. And I played a lot of Street Fighter 4 before it became Ultra Option Select Edition. God. But anyway, I don't know. Like, here's my thing with Tanya. I think once Evo's over, throw her right back in the mix. We're ready to go. Let's see what happens. You know, because there's not another major. I think till like what, October, September. So let's let it rock. Let's see what happens. Let's give the community time to learn how to deal with this character. What
Yeah,
I
but they're gonna have another patch though before Evo.
well, if they do, it's gotta be before July 8th. Or
Yeah,
they're not
yeah,
using
they
it.
have that like. Is it July 8th?
Yep, that's the
Yeah,
deadline.
he said. I don't think they're gonna patch it. I think at most they're gonna release a hotfix, like just to do. But
Oh,
I
you're
just think it's
right.
like
Yeah. Okay. I got my
if they
schedule mixed
if
up.
they
Yeah.
if they like put in a hotfix this late, like there could be so many other like bugs that could get through, like Spectral Ermax, like meter glitch. Like, what's stopping that from happening again? Like,
Exactly.
I like there's too many risks to do that, I think. But Ed Boon put a like a troll thing, I think. Like it's like a picture of Tanya and like a normal symbol or some shit like that. Like so they might be normalizing her.
I
So
don't know. I don't know if it would be better, but maybe Predator is just gonna be so OP that everyone will just switch to Predator.
did you
And I
guys
don't
see the
know.
leaked stuff?
I did,
I
yes.
did, yeah.
What'd you guys think of him?
I think in terms of like an interesting character, he beats Jason by miles. I don't think Jason was that impressive to be honest with you, but Predator looks like Predator. He fights like Predator. I'm seeing a lot of space control. I'm seeing like a lot of ground setups. Ultra Chen compared it to like Lex Luthor in Injustice, but I don't know. I think he looks cool, but it's hard for me to talk about guest characters because I know it and I'm not gonna play them. So it's just
Yeah.
like it's like watching
I
someone bake a cake that I'm never gonna get a slice of. You know?
exactly. Like I would have much rather had two Mortal Kombat characters over these guest characters because I really don't like guest characters because I think they're just for money and that's it. And like they're not going to be in another Mortal Kombat game. So what's the point? It's like, uh,
No, I
Just
agree.
some of the decisions. Like, Predator looks way better than Jason. I agree with that. Jason is one of the most boring characters in the roster, in my opinion. Like, but Predator looks overall like he was worked like he worked like way longer on this character than like Jason. So maybe they're releasing like Predator and Tremor towards the end because they're way more impressive than Tanya and Jason. Maybe.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of validity to that. I've kind of come around on Jason because when I saw Forever King use Relentless, I think it's called,
Yeah,
and
that happened. That was a thing.
Yeah.
those teleport setups were sick. But what was even more sick is when we got them in the corner and you reversed their inputs. That is hype. That is so fun to watch, and
That is
so
mean.
it's so
That is a
so.
dick move. But
It's
it's
not
cool.
moral.
It's
It's
like
cool.
it's hard to adapt to. Like if I don't know how to fight Jason at all, and if I know if I was like matched up against him, I would have no fucking clue what to do. Like he looks like really hard to learn how to fight, I think.
Kind of
I
like the
know
wheel
exactly what I
Jason,
would do.
you
I
know?
would jump and just jump one. Of course, I do that anyway, but if he's gonna fucking teleport me, then he's gonna fucking. If he teleports, if he goes into the whatever it's called, terror mode, I don't know,
Yeah.
and then teleports, like it's fine. I still got my NJP all day, so fuck you. I got this.
You know, that just reminded me of something. Redman, your other tag is down for ality.
Yeah.
So now that down fours are kind of whatever, is that going to change at all?
Nah, the name Down 4 came from like when I was like making a new account on Xbox Live and my friend like recommended that name for some reason. I don't know why. He was one of my like training partners in MK9 and like I didn't even use a character with a good Down 4 besides like Sub-Zero, but like everyone assumed I mained like Melina because she had like the best Down 4 in that game. So, but no, I mained like Cage and shit. So, but
Okay.
I did main Ares in Injustice, who was one of the only characters with a down for technically like he did the sword thing with his trait.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. I didn't know you used Ares in Injustice. That's interesting.
Yeah, he was my main towards like the like the middle of the lifespan, I think.
Well, in MKX, you can change your name to Neutral Jumpality because that's the game we're in right now. So, and not that there's
Yeah,
anything wrong. I would have never seen that coming. That neutral jumps are going to be stupid good in MKX, dude. I would have never figured that out. I only use
yeah,
them to stuff cross ups. It's the only reason I ever used a fucking neutral jump punch in MK9.
they're used a lot more in combos too because there's like a further like hit like you can like combo into something like a lot longer and still get a neutral jump punch while if you did like 2 or 3 hits in Mortal Kombat 9 it would just like splat
Yeah,
like yeah.
it's like spiking them in Smash Brothers. They're just gone. They just hit the fucking ground, you know. And I don't know. Like, I'm kind of impressed with Jason right now. I really like that terror mode he's got. I think that's really interesting. I think Forever King still has a long way to go to taking a lot further, but we'll see what Predator has. I have a feeling that I think he could fall flat. I don't really know what his MO is right now. I don't know what I should do with Predator just on the footage. It's too vague. But my
Yeah,
fear is that a guest character is going to be so good that we're going to see them in every top eight, and that's just not going to feel like Mortal Kombat to me.
It's gonna
agreed.
be great.
I think like the base game is a lot like the DLC kind of feels tacked on like it's kind of like ruining the image that Mortal Kombat X had because of all the guest characters and like the silly skins and shit. It feels like the base game kind of took itself more seriously than they just added all this shit and for fun, I guess.
It really
No, it
bothers
looks
me
like
with
stuff's
Reptile.
selling though.
It is, but like Pharaoh Ermac doesn't bother me too much. It still bothers me, but not like Black Lagoon Reptile. That costume really bothers me. It's like
Yeah,
nothing about the character translated into it. Reptile
it
doesn't
just
fucking swim.
I'm surprised at how many people like that skin. It just looks awful.
Yeah, it looks so fucking bad. And I like the creature of the Black Lagoon. I think out of the horror classics, he's one of the cooler ones, but no, not for me, dude. Like, I don't. Oh, wait, is my internet? You guys hear me?
Yep.
All right, cool. I thought I had some static issues. Django, you there? Django?
I am. It's me having the static issues. I'm trying to
Okay, cool.
fix it. You guys can keep talking though.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, there's little things that bother. I mean, Razor brought up how with the classic Kano, he still has the modern headset where he's got that
Yeah.
RoboCop thing going. I always liked the clean sort of metal plate he had on his eye back, and even the original game. So that was
Same
super
here.
disappointing.
I actually think the MK like one costume looked better when it was remade in like Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance when it had like the black like trim. Like I thought that looked really good.
That looks
I was
hella good.
I think that would have looked way better than what he has right now. And like I wish they would have modeled his face kind of after Rich Dividio because he just kind of it doesn't feel like Mortal Kombat 1 Kano to me.
I think if they had to keep the MK1 costume on Kano, I would not have tried to imitate the original MK1 actor. I would have kept the whole like full head of hair, kept the headset, and it's just the costume that changes. I think that would have looked a lot more organic, but that doesn't seem to be their approach, which is fine. I just wish they'd gone all the way with it, you know?
Yeah.
But let's see. Yomi tier list is what I have on my next tab. We're gonna go through this pretty quickly. We'll do five. We'll do five at a time. Then we'll talk about what we agree with and what we disagree with. 1 through 5 is Tanya, Kung Lao, Raiden, Devora, Quan Chi.
Um
Thoughts?
I don't think Quan Chi should be in the top 5. I don't think he's that good because the lack of wake ups is really hard on that character. Like I've seen Michelangelo play and like when against like Sonic Fox when he's playing Aaron Black, he literally can do like nothing like when he's down. Like I don't know, I think he's a bit overrated.
Well, honestly, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell if he's overrated or if the community's just bound together to figure him out, and that's what happened. Like we all know his tricks now. I still don't
Yeah.
think we have Devora figured out yet. I still think the community as a whole isn't 100% on what they should do against Devora, especially matchup to matchup. With Quan Chi, no matter what character you're playing, the matchup is the same. You need to block right. You need to not get
Yeah.
zoned. It's not like that with Devora. You really have to watch your spacing. If you want to play footsies with her, you really have to know her range. So I guess I still think Quan Chi's a contender for the top 5. I don't know if he's still top 5, but I know he's not as bad as we once thought he is. I think if this character never got patched, we're going to be okay. We're going to make it, you know?
Yeah.
Now, Raiden being better than, or worse than Kung Lao, I do not agree with that. I still think Raiden is pretty good. I think Kung Lao is a very good character. I still think Raiden's a little better. I'm not convinced yet that Kung Lao. Raiden's got better damage. He has a lot of 50-50 options. Some of them he can somewhat make safe. I think he gets you in the corner a lot easier than Kung Lao does. I think he can keep you in the corner better than Kung Lao can. Yeah, I don't know. Like thoughts? Do Raiden versus Kung Lao? What do y'all think?
Um Raiden is I feel like Raiden's better than Kung Lao. Like Kung Lao is a good character, but I think he's been like kind of like I feel like DJT like he kind of put Kung Lao on the scene along with like Foxy and like those other Kung Lao players, but like he kind of relies on meter a lot. Like I was watching like him play with Kung Lao and like he would like try and end the rounds with while using like more meter, and I just didn't agree with that. Like to play the character, you have to use so much meter, and like you kind of have to like have that specific play style to play him. Like
Exactly, and he does build meter very quickly, to be fair. But
yeah,
I think it's a long day against Kung Lao with meter. But Raiden, I just feel like overall is just as a lot more solid. Where Kung Lao, he's all pressure and mix up, and it's not even like combo mix ups. It's just purely, am I going to dive kick?
yeah,
Am I going to, it's stuff like that. Am I going to do a spin? You don't fucking know. That's Kung Lao. And he needs even meter to have that sort of mix up game.
yeah.
So, Django, how about you, man? Thoughts? Django? Okay, yeah. I think he's switching mics right now. He's just changing equipment. Um, so the next part I do want to get back to Quan Chi. I know he fucking hates watching that character. The next six, we have Kenshi, Cassie Cage, Shinnok, Jax, Aaron Black. Okay, there's like two on here where I'm immediately like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Where do you want to start?
Kenshi, I
Okay.
guess. I don't feel like he's top. I don't know. I don't know the character that well, but I feel like he might be top 10 maybe. I just haven't seen anyone do anything with him. Like Pig keeps saying he's so good and all this, but he hasn't placed with him yet. So it's like I don't know. I feel like he's kind of a bill. Like I don't know. I don't think Kenshi's that great.
At least for now.
Yeah.
Because Pig's not even the only one to use Kenshi. I think DJT was even using Kenshi a bit, maybe as a troll, but it was kind of working for a little while. I think at God, I don't remember the name of the tournament, but there was some Kenshi use. And to be honest with you, this would not surprise me if it was true, but it's not true because Kenshi is solid. It's true because I firmly believe he does 7-3 some characters. I think his matchup score is actually pretty decent. I don't think there are some characters who really struggle, like Grandmaster Sub Zero. I don't think that character has a game plan against Kenshi. His whole clone is pretty much moot in that matchup.
Yeah.
I don't know. Thoughts? Does that seem intuitive?
Yeah, I agree with that. Like he can definitely like fuck up characters who don't have like a teleport or like just any way of getting out of that. Like and the fact that he does like pretty good damage now with like all of his variations.
And all the variations is the key phrase. All his variations seem solid to me. Now I don't know much about his third one, his supposed mix-up rushdown one. His Deadly Alliance one is what I call it, but supposedly it's a lot better. I just don't know why. I have not seen it in
Yeah.
action yet. Okay, the other one I was thinking of, well, the other two I was thinking of was Shinnok and Aaron Black. Now we'll get to Shinnok last because we both have a lot to say about that. But Aaron Black, number 10, you play Aaron Black, so what do you? Does that seem right to you? I don't know about that, dude.
Um, there Aaron Black is overrated, but he's not that overrated. I'd say he's about seventh in my opinion. I think he's really good. He like the patch, all it removed was his down three tick throwing off of a on hit. So and that wasn't even really intended to begin with. So that was pretty much a fix, not really a nerf. But Aaron Black is really only like solid in like Marksman and Outlaw are definitely like his top two variations, while Gunslinger is just so shit. Like, there's no reason to use Gunslinger over
Which
the
is
other two.
disappointing because that's the coolest looking one in my opinion. I
Yeah,
hated
like,
that.
why the fuck would they not give him the hat and all of his variations? Like, even his ending shows him with the Tarkatan sword and the hat. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, it drives
Makes
me
no
fucking
sense.
insane. God,
Like I feel I feel like they intended for that, but they were like, yeah, we like apparently people won't be able to differentiate between like the three variations, so they just took which I think the look without the hat looks pretty good by itself, but I would like the option to be able to have the hat as well.
exactly. And I've been saying that for years. Mask or no mask for the ninjas should not be an alternate costume. If I want to take my mask off in the beginning before it says ready fight or round one fight, let me do it. Let me hold down start. And I just tear my fucking mask off. You add a nice aesthetic dimension to the game. But here's
Yeah.
my thing. Like, you're right. He's not like nothing about Aaron Black is broken, but he's solid. He's so solid. Like, for
Yeah.
example, I imagine overall he's better than Devora. I think he is. Does that seem intuitive to you?
Um I'm not too sure about that. Like I don't know Devora that much, but I know she gets like insane damage off of like anything really. Like I've seen her just do like one like mix up and she gets like 40%, while Aaron Black does get that type of damage. Like he kind of relies on mix ups like the whole game. Like, and while that's good, like I feel like I don't know. I feel like people aren't really fighting him the right way. Like people still don't like people are still blocking like high after like the full 2-1-1-2-2 string,
Yeah.
and there's no mix up after there. Like it's just like the EX sand, or he just doesn't do anything after it. So it's like people aren't really. I think people are so intimidated by Sonic Fox, they just kind of throw all their shit out the window while they're fighting him.
If he does
Like,
EX Sand, can you armor through that?
I think so, yeah. but I'm not positive.
It's hard to
But
say. I mean, you're right. I don't play this character, but I mean, if you look at him in tournament, it's hard to find a problem. He just looks so solid to me. But okay,
yeah,
fair enough. But okay, so Shinnok. I mean, well, first of all, who's your main? Is it Shinnok? Is it Aaron? Who's your man in this game?
I'm kind of differentiating between the two. I kind of play them both the same amount, but I'd say probably Aaron because I use him a bit more. But I've been using Shinnok a lot more lately. But I'd say probably Aaron, yeah.
Okay, and I think we both see the problems with Aaron Black. I'm not, well, with Shinnok. I always go back to his neutral game. I always say, how is Shinnok supposed to get anything started without meter? I mean, you could do
Yeah,
in Imposter, you could do forward 2-2.
yeah.
But shit, in Bone Shaker, is it run in down four? Well, what's my game plan with this character? You know, I don't know. It's
Bone Shapers.
yeah.
Uh, I was just gonna say Bone Shapers like forward 2-2 or whatever is so slow, and there's like no like people have been posting combos like starting with that, and it's like you're never gonna get that. It's like 20 frames. Like I don't know why. Like it's like not really practical. Like maybe if you get like a jump in two or something, but
Even then, isn't 20 frames still enough to armor through that if they do a jump in two?
I'm not positive. I
No,
think it
granted.
links.
Okay, well that's fair then. But I mean, even on block, I don't. Well, I guess it's hard to say, but that sounds intuitive to me. I'm still not 100% how the frame properties work in
Yeah,
this game, but I don't know. The way I see it is you're still right either way because even if someone knows they can armor through that, even if that's even possible, he still has back three. He still has forward four, which is a hell of a guessing game. So you're definitely right about that. He
yeah,
has throw. He has tick throws as well, but is that my life as Shinnok? I have to jump in all the time if I'm Bone Shaper. I don't,
yeah.
or just blow my meter. You know, like it's fucking. I don't. I think this character is imperfect. He's very good, but he's flawed. You know, in a
Yeah.
matchup chart, I'd put him in the top left quadrant. Good but flawed. That's where I put him at the moment. I don't. I have not tested Necromancer. I don't know where Necromancer stands right now. But I
I
know
think
Cowboy was using them. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Necromancer is good now. Like, I think they could improve Flick a little bit because it still whiffs on like running opponents sometimes, and like his 3-1-2 string is pretty much useless still. Like, you mid screen 3-1-2 meter burn, like the uh fucking bone hand grab, like that whiffs on all male opponents, but it hits on all female opponents.
I
So
hate that. I don't know why they designed the game that way.
yeah, it's just like so dumb. Like, what's the point? Like, like it's just 3-1-2 is basically a useless string. Like, unless you're fighting a female opponent, like it's like why can't they give him something consistent?
I think that's the key. Is if he had his Hellfire Spark or his Hell Sparks, if the third hit was not punishable, I think this top 10 talk would mean a lot more to me. And I don't even think that's fucking unreasonable. I would actually give up some of his buffs just to make the third
Yeah,
Hell Spark, because then I have real pressure. I can run in, down four, cancel the Hell Sparks, and I know that third hit is going to connect to any character in the game if they're blocking. And I have
yeah.
a real neutral game now. I'm not taking risks every time I don't have meter. You know, so we'll see.
I
I mean,
actually
yeah.
I heard I there was a rumor that some guy talked to an NRS employee. This was like way like probably like the first like 3 days the game came out that Shinnok was originally supposed to have be neutral on Hellsparks and pretty much have his whole game revolve around that, but they decided it was too broken or something. But I don't think it would have been that bad. I think it would have been made him a solid character from the beginning if they had just gone through with that.
Yeah, I mean, what's he gonna do? Hellspark all day? And people will jump
Yeah.
in all over him. I mean, he'll get mauled if he does nothing but Hellsparks. I know. I have tried this against Praetor, and I got bodied if I do nothing but Hellsparks. So that's not a reasonable approach, you know. So I don't know. The
Yeah.
way I see it is, I could be wrong. I don't think I am. I think the neutral game is a big deal because part of MKX is just getting a block string going. It's just getting that first hit blocked or not. And Shinnok doesn't really have a good way of doing that. His forward 2-2's okay, but a lot of stuff has priority over it, yeah?
Yeah, for sure. Like Shinnok has such a like a hard time like getting in like without forward 2-2. Like what's he gonna do? Like run up like forward 4 Hellspark, which like if you don't have meter, you're basically fucked. Like
Yeah.
if Shinnok is like a bottom tier character without meter, in my opinion. Like he cannot do anything. Everything's punishable. Like, uh, it's just bad
I think Imposter's a bottom tier character without meter. I think
for
maybe,
sure.
maybe Bone Shaper has a little more luck, just because it's unsafe. But at least he has the threat of Bone Scoop. At least you can check an opponent with that. Imposter Shinnok
Yeah.
doesn't really have a way of checking anybody.
There's also Bone Shaper. If you do forward 4 down 1 into Hellsparks, the third Hellspark will hit, and that's like better than just the third whiffing in like Imposter because he doesn't have the forward 4 down 1. So that gives an advantage over Bone Shaper as well. Like you have to like guess whether or not he's gonna meter burn like the second Hellspark or the third one. Like
And that helps a
so that
lot, that adds to
yeah.
the. And I think when people forget about Hellsparks, the people who really get, upset about that move, and it's a good move, I'll never rob it of that, but if he has to do that at the footsie range, he has to, because if he does it where he's just controlling space, any teleport character in the game can punish that.
No,
You have
it's
so much
broken. It's completely broken.
You're broken.
Not anymore. Well, maybe. I don't know.
Now that you're back and you got the mic fixed, Quan Chi's top 5. What do you think of that?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I just don't want to look at him.
No, I agree.
I don't.
Well, I think I'm okay
top
with it
five
now.
is top five is a lot, but probably not.
He won't get patched at this rate. There's no patching of fucking. I don't see it happening, but okay. And that pretty much covers it. Any final thoughts on Shinnok? What would you give him if you want to make Shinnok third Hellspark being safe would do wonders? But is there anything else this character may need for a better neutral game? Maybe a better starting
I'd
shape.
I'd say yeah, maybe give him like a new string in Imposter or something. But like I feel like Imposter is actually the most balanced of all his variations because it depends on the matchup really. Like if you play against like Reptile with Imposter, like it's a lot harder because the force ball is shit. So or like Takeda, like if you don't have the vortex, it kind of puts a damper on that
That's
variation.
the best move in the game to steal. What are you talking about? Takeda's move is awesome.
Dude, his move is shit. That is so slow and it does nothing. It just like goes across the screen and never hits. So
That's
shit.
the thing. I didn't know this until recently because I'm this much of a dumbass. But it's another of those moves that like you have to hold the direction after you enter it to determine how far you go or where on the screen you go.
Yeah.
So if you do it and you hold like back, you'll just plant pretty close to in front of you or something. Still,
Yeah.
fuck that shit.
Praetor said it best, dude. Takeda is so bad he nerfed Shinnok. That was the best way to put it. So, and I don't necessarily. Yeah.
I was just gonna say they gave Shinnok a lot of weird special like steals. Like they could have gone with a lot of like better moves, like Aaron Black's like sand thing, or yeah.
Yeah, the Aaron Black one's bad. I still don't really know how to convert that back into Imposter. I don't think it's possible, really. But
Well,
some
you
of them,
can.
yeah.
I was just you can whiff it after you get it, and then just go back into the 50-50, like right after you get it.
Ooh, it's fast enough to do that, And honestly, like I tried doing that with some characters, and never worked. So I kind of gave up on the idea. But now that I'm seeing Cowboy do it, I don't know. It makes me want to go back in the lab. But some of them, even though they're useless, I like it anyway, just because it's cool. Like Cassie's gunshot.
Yeah.
Shinnok rocks those guns out so much better than Cassie does. Like it's so fucking Cowboys and Indians when he does it, dude. It's just badass.
Yeah.
I love it.
I like Johnny's shadow kick. It's just style, like ending it with a combo. Like it just looks cool to see Shinnok doing just a green like shadow kick. It's tight.
It's sexy as hell because he's an old ass man. He doesn't give a fuck. That's why I like it, And also like what's Kotal Khans is also pretty sick, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty good actually. Like he
Just
gets like 40% combos off of that. Like
back into the imposter reset. I
yeah,
love it. Oh my god, it's so sick. But okay, I pretty much covered Shinnok. Jax, I don't know. I have no idea where Jax is anywhere. Jax is still such an enigma to me.
Well, it just depends on if that one dude is playing him or not. What's his name? Who's that player? The guy with
Tyrant.
Is it Tyrant? It might be Tyrant.
Yeah,
With
but
the heavy weapons cancels and shit.
Yeah, that
it's
dude,
definitely Tyrant. But even Tyrant kind of looks like he's struggling. Even Tyrant looks like he's kind of.
He was having trouble against Tanya really
Who
badly.
wasn't having trouble against Tanya?
Yeah, honestly, but it looked like he was doing everything right, but he just got overwhelmed by the teleports. Like he wasn't really playing badly, he just got kind of shut down.
Yeah, he clearly had a game plan. He was clearly going for it, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't his fault. I don't think he dropped the ball by any means, but it was inadequate and not tailored for this new character that we've never seen before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, not a lot to say about Jax. Next is Sonya, Kungjin, Ermac, Sub-Zero, Scorpion. This is very interesting. I don't know what to think about Sonya, but her damage is good with or without meter. Her 50/50s are good. Her dive kick is an amazing tool to check someone and to convert off damage, and it makes her spacing so scary. So I'd be my mind would be blown if she was not in the top 10.
Yeah, I agree with that. Sonya is one of those characters where like if you don't know what to do with her, like you can't escape her. Like I don't know how to fight Sonya at all. Every Sonya just bodies me with those mix-ups. Like I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
And I don't
Like
like playing Sonya,
she's
so I don't want to learn.
yeah, exactly. She's so boring. Like I hate watching her. I hate playing her. I hate fighting her. Like I just wish she wasn't in this game. Like honestly.
No, but me and Django have been preaching that gospel for a fucking long time, dude. And you're right. When a character's boring, you don't even want to take him to the lab. I don't want to know what her mix-ups are. I just want her to be gone.
Yeah.
But
You guys are
clearly
crazy. She's the most interesting character in the game.
your face is the most interesting character. You know who's not the most interesting character in the game? Kung Jin. Let's talk about this guy. Number 12. I mean, I think I'm pretty confident he's not top 5 anymore, but gosh, it would blow my mind if he wasn't in the top 10. Because what's wrong with him? What is wrong with this character?
I like him.
I think Bojitsu is still good, but his other two are a lot worse in my opinion. Like
Yeah.
if it's talking about like overall, I think like he's definitely not top 10, but like Bojitsu itself could definitely still be top 10.
Supposedly, and again, this is watching Ultra Chen. Ultra David was talking to Slayer, and Slayer apparently said that Shaolin is better than Bojitsu. Now, again, I don't know anything about Shaolin. Like,
Yeah.
for all I know, he throws a fucking frisbee, but supposedly it's better. I don't know. That would be interesting.
And I'm not trying to like shit on Slayer, but I'd wait until someone places with it first. Like,
Even I mean, even Ancestral's been placed with, so
yeah, true.
okay. I don't know what's wrong with this character. I think it's solid as fucking hell. So I wouldn't even know where to begin with Kung Jin, but I don't play him, so I don't want to say too much.
He seems like one of those characters that just got dropped so quickly because of like Tanya and like the other better characters. They're like, oh shit, this guy isn't even that good anymore. Let's not even play him. Like Rio, like he just keeps switching characters so many times. It's like just decide on one.
That's how you know a character's fucking boring. Is when
Yeah.
immediately they're not tier anymore, they vanish. That's how you know you have a boring character design. That people were only using Kung Jin because he was a powerhouse, and now that he's been figured out and not terribly patched, but slightly patched, he is old fucking news. He is yesterday's story. No one cares. That's how you know your character is boring as hell. I do not want to see any of the kids again. That includes Takeda. I want them all gone for the next game. But
What are you trying to do here? What the fuck? See, obviously I like Takeda, so fuck that right now. But I also like Kung Jin.
I can't say what I'm trying to do, but I know what you'd want to do right now, and that's a neutral jump punch. I take offense.
Ah, I would with either of those characters. It works.
You ridiculous man.
That's how I play Killer Instinct too.
Oh no, I noticed. I
Yeah.
noticed.
Yeah.
I
Conrad's,
need to run.
he's pretty good. He's pretty good with the NJP.
I still to this day have not played Red Man and Killer Instinct, so we need to get that
Um,
going. All three of us, you know.
I'm not that great at it. I play like Thunder and Jago and shit, but like I cannot use any of the season 2 casts. They're so more complex than the season 1. Like I tried to get into it for like a couple months, but it's just such a complicated game.
Well, that's because Keats is a mad scientist when it comes to fighting games. He doesn't give a fuck, dude.
Yeah, I tried out. I even bought like the complete collection for season 2. Like when it first got announced, and I kind of regret it because I don't play it at all. But it's a fun game. It's not bad, but I just can't take it like competitively.
Sometimes
Like
I just turn on for the menu music. Just leave that on while I'm cleaning and shit. Like,
that shit is good. The pause menu is really depressing though for some reason.
oh yeah, it's like that little fucking like Elton John synth keyboard. Just
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Why? Like every time I pause, I'm just like, why did they pick this?
that's fair.
Well, you're supposed to play it though. Like you move the cursor
Yeah.
and you can play your own little music there. But yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I totally hear that, but yeah, I don't, it's still a lot of. I plan on going back to it once I get better at Skullgirls. That comes out the 7th, I believe, so I'm really excited about that. Anyone
It's
listening, pre-order it. You get a 20% discount if you pre-order it. The game's dirt cheap as it is. Please support this fighting game. It's so good for the genre. Even if you don't like it, it's improving the genre in a big way. It's creating a beautiful precedent. But yeah, go on.
I was just gonna say like Killer Instinct is one of those games where like since the online is so good, it has like an infinite like replayability where like MKX is just relevant at this time, but after like all the DLC is out, it's not gonna be relevant because the online is shit. Like no one wants to play it because it's so bad.
It's
Well, it's
true.
not even
Like
that it's insufficient. When you lose because of online stuff, it really it stings in a way that no other fighting game hurts me. Like it
I
makes
don't
me
know
not
if
want to play the game offline or
I,
online.
I don't know if you've been on lately, but like the Xbox One servers have been so shit lately. Like I can't even connect. Like it takes like more than like 5 minutes just to connect. Like a lot of people have been experiencing this issue too, and they haven't even addressed it. Like they're just ignoring it. Like I've heard the PS4 servers are a lot better than the Xbox One, but
Yeah, that's what I've heard too. I tried playing like a week ago, and it wasn't. Yeah, there were problems.
yeah,
Even on
it's
PS4, it's not better. I don't think. Like Smoke Man dropped me a line and said, "Hey, you want to play some matches?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And the matches were fun, but the connection would just stop, and then it would
yeah.
continue, then it would stop, and then it
That's
would
pretty much the
continue.
same thing that happened with us like a month ago or whatever. Like it was fine until like the end where it just got so bad.
Yeah, well,
Which
yeah. Go on.
the set with you was actually like the best connection I've ever had in MKX so far, and since then, like I still haven't been able to play online like consistently.
Yeah, and it's really person to person. I'm finding out, and yeah, the set we had was great. But then, like every 4 matches, the servers were like, you know what, fuck it, and they would like flip the table over and be like it was over. We couldn't play anymore.
Yeah,
And with Smoke Man, it was like someone was trying to TiVo our fucking match of Mortal Kombat. It just like pause. I'm like, what the
I
fuck?
bet he was. I bet that's exactly what was going on.
Nah, Smoke Man actually is a lot better. Like he's really improved. Like Smoke Man's come a long way when he first played the game, and he's using Shinnok.
that's good.
And he used my
Oh.
costume, which
Uh,
I need to like improve my. I need to level up my select screen game like so bad. I just need to get there first, dude. But okay. The other character I want to talk about was Ermac. Ermac is listed as number 13. I honestly think that is perfect. I think that is exactly where I would put Ermac. And I
I'd
know
agree with that.
Praetor says he has problems, and I don't think Praetor's wrong about any of them. I just think there's something cohesive about the character. I think all his tools work very harmoniously. So he's got an active strategy, but I I do not play the characters. It's one of those where I don't want to say too much. I always got pissed when people talked about Smoke. like, oh, Smoke is so broken, dude. That down one, I'm like, dude, it's not that easy. Like, it really is. Smoke was a very good character. Don't get me wrong. I think he was solidly number 6 in the game. That's a big deal in a game that's balanced in the way MK9 was balanced, but nothing was
Yeah,
free with that character. Smoke had to play an honest, neutral game. He really did. But
yeah,
so that's why I don't want to say too much about Aaron or Ermac. Every character's Aaron Black today. It's fucking pissing me off. But yeah, Ermac, I think he's dangerous. You know, he's got a lot of dangerous stuff. He doesn't get it for free, but I don't know that soul ball. That's a great way to check the opponent, and it's not unsafe. You know, he can get a lot of mileage out of that soul ball. There's always the threat of soul ball because he gets it back so quickly. That's
yeah.
some crazy good metagame right there, in my opinion. But what do you guys think?
I think he's really good. Like, I think he's one of the more honest characters because you have to like kind of work with Ermac to get a win. Like, you can't just go in and 50-50 all day. Like, and I think he does have a 50-50 off of his back one. Like, if he hits you, he can go overhead or low, but I'm not sure because I don't play the character. But he gets good damage and he's pretty safe on everything. And he has an awesome down three. So I think his Master of Souls variation is the best, but his other two are kind of shit. Like the Spectral variation is really bad. Like
Eh,
I've heard. Go
No,
on.
I agree. I tried using it. It's. I don't know what to do, dude. I don't even know what to fucking do with the character. I have no clue what I'm supposed to do in that variation.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of complaints from Ermac players saying that it needs like a complete rehaul to be viable. Like it's pretty bad.
With the flight, even back when they demoed it, I looked at the flight. I'm
Yeah,
like, what am I supposed to do with that? They might as well have given me a unicycle. It's like, what am I supposed to do with this unicycle? I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with this thing. And it's like, God, I don't know, man. I just don't
it's
know
like
what to do with that variation.
there's no real use when you would ever use that in a real match. Like it's useless. Like
I prefer the unicycle because at least I could troll. Like I can't even troll with the flying, you know. But I like the idea. I think if you can make flight like combative and competitive, that would be a really interesting mechanic. But they didn't do it. I don't. I mean, granted, has anyone spent more than 30 seconds with Spectral? I don't know. There, it could be really super fucking good, and we don't even know yet.
I was gonna comment on the flight. Like that could have been a good thing to give to like Fujin with the crossbow and the flight. You could do like projectiles from the air and like maybe air command grabs or some shit. I don't know.
Don't
I
bring up
cannot,
Fujin. This is just gonna make me
dude.
sad.
I ranted about this so much on the forums, but I just cannot believe he's not in this game. Like it makes no fucking sense.
Dude, if Paulo wanted to troll, he should have posted Fujin nerfs just for the fuck of it, just
Oh
for fun.
God.
I think like even like the Cassie Cage selfie thing was just going way too far. Like that's just throwing it in our faces that they know how requested he is, but they're still
They've
not
been
gonna put
doing
him
it. They
in.
fucking did that in like Deception. The same shit
Yeah,
with
like what the
Fujin.
fuck?
It's like, come on, you fucks.
What like what the fuck is wrong with this character? Like he's got his fans, he's got his like I don't know, he has so much potential,
He
but
has his
and
awesome
they
anime hair. I mean, there's nothing
and
wrong with him.
he had the awesome appearance in story mode and then he just disappears. Like never mentioned again.
When
Like
I
what
see
the
that
fuck?
troll in the
Well, that's
casting
kind of like his
fatality,
history with the series, to be honest.
Pretty much. He gets like he has had more cameos than he has playable appearances, which is retarded. He's had like 8 cameos.
it's
Um,
ridiculous. And frankly, the fact that we saw the Cassie Cage reference in her fatality tells me we as NetherRealm Studios are listening, but we don't care. That's what you tell me when you troll with Fujin, you know?
And it's such an insult that they put Tremor in as DLC. Like Fujin would have worked so well with Tanya. Like what the hell? Like it
No,
makes no fucking sense.
and this is a game based around the concept of MK4.
Exactly.
Kills me.
Like I was expecting Havoc, Reiko, maybe even Kai. Like it's just like this game delivered on a lot of good stuff like Shinnok, but they just dropped the ball in so many other aspects.
obviously, it just made way too much sense, and they were like, "Fuck it, we're gonna put in Jason."
Yeah, and Predator for money. I don't know. I had a theory that they're putting the guest characters with Tanya and Tremor because they were afraid they might not sell too well on their own, and maybe from the money they make with this, they can fund another combat pack maybe, and
I've heard
maybe that's
they're
why they.
yeah. I've heard
I,
they're
I
making
was gonna
so
say,
much money.
yeah, I've heard like, isn't this like one of the best selling MK games like to date?
Oh yeah.
It's at least on day one, it is. It's the best
Yeah,
release sales we've ever had, but they won't post any numbers yet, which is fine. I'm not in any hurry, but yeah, it's interesting, and I'm getting a little skeptical about the second story pack. I
I
would like it, but I
yeah.
don't know. I see no reason why they would release it at this point.
I had a theory like maybe that's why they showed them before the game was even out because they wanted to get these guys out of the way to show who they're going to do first so they can start working on like the other characters maybe. I don't know, like I wish they would like announce something, but it makes sense that they won't announce anything until after the initial four are out.
And until Evo, of course, Evo's the best stage
Yeah.
to do it. Honestly,
I also had a theory like they would show Fujin at Evo because they showed Raiden last year, so that'd be like two gods in a row, which would be so tight.
that would be sick. We also got Martian Manhunter revealed at the Evo before
Yeah,
that, so it fits the trend of high demand DLC.
for sure.
But I don't know. I hope in the next patch notes we get like Tornado Command Throw now -40 or something like that. We'll see. But
Yeah.
the next one I want to talk about was. I honestly don't really want to talk about Scorpion. I still think he's top 10. Honestly, I think he was seriously hurt, but I think Inferno is still really good. I think Ninjutsu is okay. I really honestly would rather talk about Sub Zero.
All right, let's talk about Sub-Zero then. I like Sub-Zero.
I actually think this is accurate. I think 14th is perfect for Sub Zero. Or really, it's just Grandmaster. No one really has even tried Cryomancer yet on the competitive level.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that. I would think that there would at least be like a couple, like, but there's just like Tom hasn't even like switched to Cryomancer like in a single match ever, and that's pretty surprising.
And it's clear why. It's because he was never he didn't main Sub Zero in MK9. He mained Clone. He's only after the clone. He does not give a fuck about the character.
Yeah,
That
I was
seems apparent to me.
in his match with Trey Pound. I think that's one of the only matches I've seen that the timer has gone down under 40 seconds. Like, really, like the games are so fast in this, so it's pretty surprising to see Tom actually be able to do that.
But that's why I love watching Tom Brady play. He plays like no other NetherRealm fighter. He does so little in such a large amount of time, and it's fascinating because it works and it should work. He is the most patient player I think I've ever seen in
Yeah,
the NetherRealm community.
he doesn't really do anything like extraordinary, but like he's such a good player. Like he just knows the game so well. Like the he got bodied in the first match, and then he just adapted so well to Trey Pound. Like it was so good.
And he was
He just
unflinching
turns his
too.
back on him for a while.
I love the commentary with that match when I think was it Pig of the Hut? They
I
said
think it
that
was Pig, yeah.
that
It was,
because they have so much history together in the scene, some of it negative, I'm assuming. That after the match was over, Trey Pound looked super pissed, and Tom Brady was just kind of
yeah,
like, "Time to hit that old dusty trail." He didn't even want to make eye
yeah,
contact. And I think either it was Pickle who said he was doing the real life ice clone. He was hiding behind the
Yeah, that's what he
yeah.
said.
He was like smiling and just kind of
He was. He had a
looking
little
like,
fucking grin going.
yeah. It's like I'm the shit.
I
Yeah,
love
it
Tom
is.
Brady. Massive respect
Tom,
to that dude. The
Oh,
dude.
dude.
Anybody who fucking sticks with Sub-Zero and MK9 has my respect.
Well, the best match in MK9 history, and really just Mortal Kombat competitive history, is Forever King Tom Brady. That is the best match I've ever seen to date.
Who were they playing?
I think
Or
Jax
who was
versus,
Forever King? Was it
Forever
Jax?
King
Jax.
started as Kung Lao and went to Jax in the final match, I believe.
I'm pretty pissed that that match was never like recorded. I think it was only on stream that one time, and then it was never like recorded again. Like I could never find it.
And I actually posted a status. Does anyone have footage of Forever King Tom Brady? And
I
Tom
saw
Brady
that.
responded and said, there is no footage.
Yeah,
And
it's
that made me unbelievably
shame.
sad.
Like that's one of the hypest matches I've seen. Like for sure.
Speaking of which, I asked 16-bit if KTP is coming back, and he said not likely. And
Yeah,
I
I've
don't.
heard
Yeah.
that since he's like a full-on like NRS employee now, he can't do that unless he would like quit his job, which obviously he wouldn't. But that I think that's the reason he doesn't compete either now because he's like I don't think Pim Pim Jim or him can compete at events that have a pop bonus from NRS. I think
That
that's
seems
what.
crazy to me.
Yeah, it's kind of bullshit. I really hate not seeing Bit like commentate shit and like because he's such a fun person and like in MK9 that was one of the most positive things about really the game. Like he was such a big influence and it's a shame to not have like KTP to like kind of build that hype that was with like MK9 and Injustice.
I wonder what changed because he was allowed to compete in Injustice.
Yeah, I feel
So
I
I
that
don't get it.
yeah, I think he was like a part-time tester in Injustice maybe and I that's why I think he's like a full-time employee now, but I'm not totally positive on that.
Well, it'll be missed if it doesn't come back. I was a big fan, but I don't know. Like, he's a low tier hero, and that's just sorely what MKX needs right now is a solid low tier hero.
Yeah.
We're getting in bits and pieces. Like, I don't remember the name of the Ferritor player, but I think White Boy's playing Ferritor if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
He's doing a hell of a job to it. Skipping to 22nd rank, Ferritor. Again, I don't see a lot wrong with that character. I don't know why that character is considered so bad. And a lot of people, honestly, no one really thinks he's free anymore.
Yeah.
Everyone realizes he's scary, just no one can agree just how scary he is.
Yeah. And they haven't really placed in any tournament yet, really. Like I feel like once someone comes out with them like Bane and Injustice, like they're gonna be like a secret top tier. Like it's like they have to wait till the right tournament, I guess.
Probably. I think it's going to be a lot like Shang Tsung from MK9, where he's just going to blossom into a beautiful, evil blood butterfly and just do his thing.
Yeah, kind of like
Yeah?
I was gonna say like kind of like Sector. There's like nothing wrong with the character, but they just kind of meh. Like they're kind of just average.
Yeah, he was sort of like an honest politician, you know? There was nothing broke about him, so no one wanted to use him, you know?
Yeah.
But that, I mean, the only thing I really have to say about Sub Zero is I get tired of people pretending he only has one variation. I think Crownmancer is super solid. I think his footsies are fantastic. I think his damage, although not amazing, it's a good fit for his footsies, you know? As opposed to Grandmaster, where I don't feel like his damage is a good fit for Clone as it is currently designed. I think he needs a little more damage to make that Clone really be the focal point of his game, because you can't play the whole match in the corner anymore. It's just the Clone's not effective enough, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's Clone is like I feel like maybe if they gave him like the air clone back, that would help. Like, but it's like it feels kind of like he has to rely on just the clone in that variation to do anything, and it's like it's good, but it's not good enough.
It's operating in a vacuum right now, and it's just you're right. It's not enough, man. But we're running out of time here, unfortunately. So I'm going to go over I'm going to kind of skim through the list now. Really, the top 15 were the big ones, but the only three other characters I want to talk about are Katana, Melina, and Reptile, who ironically are 19, 20, and 21. So, Katana, I don't even know. She's changed so much as the game came out. I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I don't know anything about that character.
I think she's got everything she needs now. I don't see anything terribly wrong with her. I think she's going to be. It's kind of like we were saying with Ferritor. People need some time to figure out a game plan with her new buffs, and I think once they got their spacing down, once they know their best pressure options, which they're almost there, really, we're going to see some hella good stuff with Katana. We're just not there yet.
Yeah.
Melina, I don't even know what the hell to think about Melina anymore. I don't even know. Like, Reptile, I have an idea of where he stands, but Melina, I thought Melina was trash when the game first came out, but I can't really look away anymore. Softface is doing too good with her, so do we?
Yeah.
Maybe we should work backwards. What was wrong with Melina? Because I thought it was her chains. I thought she was too slow. She was too unsafe. So what's the compensating factor?
I don't
Yeah,
really know.
exactly.
I
I
don't
don't know
even look at
much.
Melina. She has that fucking face
Yeah.
and Jesus Christ.
I don't know. She works it.
Oh, shut up. It's horrible, man.
She's got those full lips, dude.
No, she doesn't. She has no lips.
No, she totally has. They gave her lips. That's her buff, dude. That was the MKX buff, is the lips, man.
No one knows what's going on with Melina, but this is the thing. Especially since this game has come out, people's been looking at fucking tier lists and trying to put people in tiers, but there's so much like little hidden dirt everywhere with all these characters. Like Katana's a really good example. Who knows where the fuck Katana is, especially after this last patch. She got so much done to her that she is a completely different character, and it's impossible to know how good she is. It just depends on if someone's going to put in the time to learn it and then to figure out effective uses for it. So,
well, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if I could tune it into the stream or turn on a tournament, and then all of a sudden, she's doing awesome shit and she blows everyone up. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of why all of us are drawing blanks. It's like it's like a DLC character. I don't even know what to say about her really. But last but not least, then Reptile. I don't get it. What's wrong with this character? Can anyone tell me what's wrong with this character?
He's good, in my opinion. I think he's really strong now. Like, he was decent before, but like people are saying like his buffs aren't really that significant, but I don't see how they can say that because like they made Noxious like a lot better because he can link into like the gas now for like a 40% combo.
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, you can do like 3-4 gas and link it for like 40% for like meterless. So that's pretty good. Like that gives a reason to use Noxious over Nimble now. But like I guess people just don't like that he's pretty much the same across all variations, and it kind of gives him like a disadvantage because if you know how to fight one variation, you kind of know how to fight all of them.
There's no counterpick for Reptile, and in a way that's I hated that about him when they first revealed him, and now it's exactly what I love about him. Because every buff is kind of across the board, because from what I understand, he can even cancel into Acid Ball easier. It
Yeah,
works in setups that didn't work in previously, but I think out of any character on the roster, he benefits from the option select almost more than anyone, in my opinion. Because that low can be canceled into Claw, and he can make it safe with the option select, so... Well, the low
yeah,
itself isn't terribly safe from what I understand, but I don't know. I think he's got a good high-low game. I think his damage wasn't great, but it was meterless. He can
yeah.
get 27% no meter. Shinnok can't
And
say that. I mean, yeah.
yeah, he's still got good damage and nimble with the like 1 bar like slide combos. Like I think he even got like 49% in the corner, but they toned that down a bit, I think.
Yeah, which I'm all right with. I don't know if it was necessary, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I want this character to do better. That's pretty much all I have for the tier list, to be honest with you. Jason's 23rd. I definitely don't agree with that. He's probably top 20.
I
Goro,
wanted to
yeah,
yeah, I wanted to comment on Goro.
okay.
I think he's like a good character, but he just needs like a few fixes to be really good. Like his back 1-2 up 2, I think that needs to be consistent because it whiffs so much. He's like has like T-Rex arms.
Which
Like
is so ironic, but
yeah, it makes no sense. And like he has like 2 of the same moves. Like up 2 and up 1 is like the same move. It's just like the forearm like in the air thing, and it's useless. He can't anti your opponents like at all. Like people jump in on Goro for free. Like I think that's the big 2 like fixes that he needs. But I think he's good other than that.
yeah, I mean, Goro was my character on the Nethercast who I was supposed to main, but I just thought he was boring. I couldn't get into the
Yeah.
character. I just felt so limited using him. We're pretty much out of time here. Django, do we have like 5 more minutes? Because I want to do my 3 questions.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
All right, first question: who's your favorite character, dude?
In all of the games,
Oh yes.
Fujin probably.
Nah, no wonder you
Good
switch characters
answer.
so much.
Good
That is a
answer.
very good answer.
Yeah.
I guess my second question is, well, say more. Why do you like Fujin so much?
He's such an awesome character. Like a wind god just appeals to me so much. Like the thought of like having a character that throws tornadoes to fight is so fucking cool. Like, and the crossbow, like I never really liked the crossbow too much, but I know the potential it has to be so awesome. Like that's why I kind of liked it, but his Armageddon appearance was good, but it wasn't like it just kind of felt shoehorned in. Like it wasn't really like they didn't take the time to give him like unique shit. They just gave him like a random sword for the weapon, and that makes no sense. But I think he really shined in MK4, and a lot of people didn't really realize that because he had sick dive kick combos. He did like 47% off of like a dive kick into like the lift into another dive kick throw, and that did like 47%. So he was pretty dirty in that game. But
And MK4 was a dirty game in general, so that says a lot.
yeah,
The game was filthy.
for sure.
Okay,
And
yeah.
I was just gonna say like I think Fujin and MKX, even on like the short appearance he had, I think it's the best he's ever looked. So I really want him back.
I think we could all say amen to that. I don't think anyone would disagree with that, except for maybe some trolls on MKO. That's about it, you know. And
Yeah,
and that kind of brings me to my second question. In MK9 especially, you used a lot of characters, a lot.
yeah.
So tell me, is that like because you get bored with one character and you need to constantly rotate it, or is that just how you approach fighting games? You know, I want a roster of characters to use. What's the mentality behind that?
Um, in MK9, like I kind of learned the whole cast because it was partly because I got bored of the characters, but it was also kind of because like whenever I used like Cabal online, like I would feel like a bitch because Cabal is so good. I feel like I wouldn't deserve my wins. Same thing with Cage. He was kind of really easy to use, so it never really felt like I was really winning with him. So I would just kind of alternate characters every game for variety, I guess, because every character was so fun to use in that game.
You There's so much wisdom in that statement because people often say in MK9, why does Rio get no respect? Even on KTP, when they voted the most consistent player, it wasn't Rio, it was Pig of the Hut. And the short answer is because Rio wasn't playing the same game as everyone else, you know? And
Yeah,
I don't fault him for that. I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to win. But you have to accept you're not going to get the same level of respect. 16-bit got more respect for beating Rio than Rio got for actually being the person known as Rio. So
yeah,
that's the name of the game, unfortunately, you know? But okay, fair enough. I think that's a common mentality everyone kind of fell into once the game had been out long enough, you know? And I think the fact that you kind of started off with Cabal kind of, you know, accelerated that. But okay,
yeah.
cool. It makes sense. All right, the final question. This is an important question. This is probably the most important question we have ever asked on the channel. Are you ready, Redman?
Yeah.
Iron Maiden has a double album coming out this September called Book
What?
of Souls, and there's an 18-minute song on it by Bruce Dickinson, exclusively Bruce Dickinson. Thoughts?
This is the first I'm hearing of that. Sounds pretty dope.
I may or may not be posting a link right now.
All right. I
You guys
didn't
don't
I
know.
didn't know about that.
It's totally a thing. It was recorded last year, but Bruce Dickinson got that whole cancer thing, so
Oh yeah. It's good that he doesn't have it.
yeah, no, it's great when people don't have cancer. It's like the best thing ever.
Yeah. So when is it coming out?
September.
That's good. I'm kind of worried. Their last album was kind of shitty.
I like the style more than I like the substance. Like I like kind of the more progressive approach of songs like Where the Wild Wind Blows and songs like The Alchemist, where they're not just doing traditional melodies or kind of messing with it. You're seeing a little
Yeah.
more eclectic sounds going on, but I feel like the album was kind of a mess. I think it was
Yeah.
just kind of erratic. Like I felt like there was no theme to it. Like they had like a Pink Floyd intro to the opening track, and then the next track was like
Yeah.
a radio or yeah, I don't know, 18-minute song exclusively by Bruce Dickinson. I'm really excited about that.
Damn. Sounds good.
Let's hope it sounds good. If it's like 18 minutes of the Final Frontier, then I think we'll both be disappointed. But
Yeah. Even like the whole art style for the Final Frontier was just horrible. Like it didn't even have Eddie on it, and it
well, it
was just
kind of had
bad.
Eddie. It had like Bulge Brain Eddie on it. It
I
didn't make sense.
I actually read something by the artist that made that it wasn't intended to be Eddie, but the guys at Iron Maiden just said it was Eddie. But so yeah, like it makes no sense, but
Yeah.
that's
Well,
pretty
yeah, it was a lackluster album. It felt refreshing in a way that A Matter of Life and Death, although a solid album, felt really redundant. I'm like, it's just a very tiresome album, you know, and as opposed to like Dance of Death, which I thought was a breath of fresh air. But I
Yeah,
know we
I
got to.
really like Dance of Death.
Yeah, I adore that. And Brand New World aged badly, but at the time it was like the greatest thing ever. I thought.
Yeah.
But I still got some. I still love Blood Brothers. I still love Out of the Silent Planet.
I like Brand New World a lot as well. I thought that was really good.
And that's one of the staple tracks that they kept playing after that tour. So, yeah, no, it's a very well paced song. But I know we're out of time. We're in the negative minutes here. So I guess we got to wrap this up.
Yeah, I guess that's an episode then.
It was
Um,
Thanks
indeed.
for having me.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming by. You got to come back. It's been good.
Yeah, it's been fun, dude. Thanks for being on the show.
No problem.
And all you lovely listeners out there, get at us somewhere. Do it. Tell us something. That'd be cool. Yeah, I like that sort of thing. It's fun. But yeah, I guess that's it for this episode. We'll see you next time, guys. Bye, everybody.
Don't let your dreams be dreams. Did you want to do the Warrior Shrine with us?
I don't know.